Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hi, we are here
We are
live.
here live, and let's see. First of all, technical issues.
Yes, can you see us okay? Can you hear
hear
us
us?
okay?
Can you see us? Can you kiss us?
Let us know all the goodies. If
All-
everything's okay, say hello if you're on the chat. Just in
Exactly.
general, it would be good to see you. I'm
Are
going to
we
check
on
on my
Instagram?
side.
Yes.
Let's see here.
And I will check on my side.
Yeah,
Yep.
okay.
It seems we are good.
Yeah, I think it sounds and looks good. Excellent. Okay, and I see people are joining onto the actual live stream, which is great as well. So welcome aboard as you come on. And of course, share this as you're watching it because I think people will benefit from the subject of today.
Yes.
And today's subject wasn't even run by you. You didn't know what we
Yes.
would be covering. It was just a
Whoops.
hi
Hi.
behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes.
Oh, we're jumping around.
Yes. Here we go.
There we go. So it was sort of a subject that I thought would be excellent to cover, but we didn't really prepare anything. And the topic is depression.
Ah.
Depression. And the fact that society as a whole has this disease of depression, this mental illness, whatever you want to call it, which affects many people. Then it affects their work life, it affects their family, their relationships, their personal lives, of course. It can lead to suicide. There's all kinds of terrible things with depression. And that's the subject for today's live stream.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for letting me know.
You're welcome. Welcome to the live stream.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
good.
That's what I want to talk about. What is depression, first of all?
Okay, good. So, depression is a manifestation of an inability to get out of doubt with a decision that it's impossible. So, if you are in doubt, if you have, like, you don't know what to do, you don't know what to do, you don't know what to do, you'll have stress.
Yes.
Yes. You'll be under all kind of stresses, and you will be like you will be worried.
Yeah.
Yes. But the moment that you decided, I can do nothing about it, you'll get into depression.
So yeah, that's powerful. So it's this moment of there's just
Okay.
no hope.
Yeah, I decided I can do nothing about it.
Yes.
I've tried everything. Now the only thing that I can do is be depressed. So really, if you think about to be or not to be, you'll see that depression is a decision not to be.
I see. Amazing. Because you're kind of in a you can't
You
choose which way to go, so then you're nothing.
Yeah, you decided you cannot win.
Yeah.
Let's check
Okay,
if someone,
got it.
if we have people on the chat, because I don't
Yes.
see anyone on the chat here. No
Yeah.
one's
If
saying
you're on the
hi.
chat, say hello so we can make sure
Yes,
that you're
my heart is broken.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Ah.
Oh, okay. So we're just not looking at the right chat. Okay. Hold on a moment. So I see Luciana said hello and Anna said hello. Hi, everyone. And Juliet said hello. Hi. And Lorna, hi. And hello. Great to be present listening to this topic. Thank you. Great to have you on. And Jenna Daniels is here. Hello.
Hi, Jenna. Oh, now we can see the chat.
Yes. And fantastic.
Okay.
Eva. Okay. Amazing. So yes, good to see everyone on the chat. And yes, the topic is depression for those joining now.
Yeah.
So we were saying that it's this decision of I'm not anything.
Yes, and this decision is on a low level. So really, what you do, you didn't decide. It's you're going on a maybe. You say I cannot decide, and there is a flip, and you've got a negative decision of not to be. And
Yes.
at that moment, you become what you don't want to become.
I see. Which is, what do you mean? As in, you don't want to become
poor. You don't want to become
I see.
sick. You don't want to become. You worried about something. You said, "I'm worried. I'm worried. I'm worried. I'm worried. I'm worried. I'm worried." And at one moment, you say, "Okay, fine. There's nothing to. I can do nothing about it." And at that moment, you become what you don't want to become.
Amazing. Yes, that's very true.
And that's act as a proof for you that you can do nothing about it. And now you're depressed.
And then it makes it. And so now that you're depressed, it shows further
Yeah.
how much,
Yeah.
and it's this dwindling thing, and that's why
Yeah.
people get into this
Endless, like it's
endless.
a
It's
very,
a
very
pit.
bad, very bad hole that they go into, and they made a decision that nothing can be done about it.
Right.
Nothing can be done about it.
Yeah. Yeah. I
So
see.
the handling is obviously coming out of that is you need to find that person and to get him something he can do,
Yes.
but it has to be something physical. It has to be something physical. Get
Okay.
him to move the chair, get him to clean the house, get him to do something.
I
Now,
see.
many times, because they're so depressed, they cannot sleep. They're so worried about, I cannot solve the problem. So
Right.
they cannot sleep as well.
Yes. True.
So, all of those things, you need help. All of those things, you need someone to help you. And what I would do, I will take the person and we'll take him to long walks, like few hours.
Oh, well, walks.
Yeah,
Okay.
just walks, preferably in a place where there's nothing.
Like
Like
a
if
forest, a park.
forest, better in the desert, like there's
Okay.
nothing.
Oh, it's like a field.
Yeah, like
Oh,
nothing
wow.
when there's
Interesting.
nothing, so
Okay.
it doesn't have to confront him.
Okay. I
Get him
see.
to so there's nothing that turn on pictures in his head, so that nothing will stimulate him. Get him to walk and walk and walk and walk and walk and walk and walk until he's exhausted, so he can go to sleep,
I see. Okay. Interesting. So you
because
just,
he needs to go to sleep.
okay. So is the purpose of the walk to put his attention out or just to tire the body?
To tire the body, to get him to sleep.
Okay.
Why? What does it mean I cannot decide? What does it mean I cannot handle something? It means I leave it to something else to handle it.
I see. Yes. Yeah.
It's really interesting that I cannot decide it. You put it in the hand of someone. You
That's
put
true.
it in the hand of fate. You put it in the hand of someone,
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's true.
Even if you put it in the hands of God, it's not good, because not that God will not help you, but God helps those people that help themselves.
Right.
So when you put it in the hand of God, it's kind of blaming God, which is not the best thing to do. I wouldn't suggest to blame the most powerful thing in the universe.
Yeah. And you may not appreciate
It
it.
may not appreciate it. Yes.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
wouldn't suggest.
Yeah.
So what actually you do, you give the responsibility, you give the control to someone else. When you decide, okay, nothing can be done about it.
Yeah. Right.
So you still have some kind of hope, yes, a little bit of hope, but
Yeah.
you leave control. You abandon control totally on
Yeah.
every single area of your life.
Yeah.
So what you do when you get the person to walk and you get him to sleep, you fix a very basic problem. And what is the problem? The problem is when you give responsibility for something else, you give it actually to the past. To your viewpoint on what's actually is that God, or that what is lack, or someone that you blame. It's my father's fault. It's my mother's fault. It's my 3 years old kindergarten teacher fault because she looked at me in a certain way. You find some kind of an insane fault.
Yeah.
But the problem is that it turns on the past. In the past, the more what you do with the past is you take energy from the past. So the person is tired, he's getting energy from the past. So he's operating on energy that he did not create.
Yes.
So you operating on energy from the past, and the more you operate on energy that you did not create, the worse you will get.
Yes. Okay.
So
100%.
this thing, the only energy that is valuable is energy that you create. And energy that you get is always damaging. You eat, you will see that eventually what kills you is your food.
Right.
So energy you did not create is energy that will kill you. So when a person is really depressed, he operates totally 100% on energy he did not create, and that energy damage you
I see.
because it brings more of the past and more of the past and more of the past. You get energy, but you pay for it by having more of your past real. And
Yeah.
and this past is always the bad things, not the good things.
Yeah, I see.
Why? The good things do not stay in your past.
Yeah, I see.
The good things you recreate, the bad things stay in the past, so you will not do them again.
Amazing. That's powerful.
Yeah.
The good things you recreate.
The
Amazing.
good thing you recreate, and the bad things stay in the past as pictures.
I see. Okay, and so somebody asks here, what's the purpose of sleep? Which you touched upon, but is that basically to put you in a
The purpose of sleep is to get the body of the hysterical need of getting the energy from the past, and so being affected by the pictures of the past. So the body recreate the energy. You allow the body to say, okay, fine, I'm not consuming now much energy. You can reset the body to restart creating energy once you slept. Even for a short while, you remove these pictures, and you will see that the person without the past is very sane, and a person with a lot of past is very insane.
That's amazing. So you see a lot of times that people have a really bad day and they say, you know what, just tomorrow's a new day.
Yeah,
Because they go to sleep.
exactly.
It sort of clears that away.
Removing this past.
Yes, that's very powerful. Amazing. I just want to look here because I see that there's even more comments up here, which I like. Okay, there we go. So, yes, Yannick said, wow, they need to sleep and reset themselves. Yes. And Jenna said, wow, this is so amazing. Totally, totally. Eva said, wow. Yannick said, the live YouTube is awesome. Okay, amazing. Yeah, it really is super powerful. That's a game changer because anybody can use that tool just to say, wow, I've had a bad day.
Yeah.
Okay.
You really have to understand the moment that you know that this depression, this stress is not you, it's your past. If you really know that, then all you have to do is to disconnect from the past. How do you do that? First of all, you need to sleep.
Yeah.
Second, you need to make sure that you eat, but good food, not sugar. Yes, because sugar gives you a spike of energy and then destroy you. So you need to eat, you need to sleep. And once you've done that, you will be in a position where you will have a window of opportunity to become productive.
Oh, interesting. And you got to take that.
You have a very short window of opportunity. You woke up, you've got 5 minutes, 15 minutes to become productive. If not, the past will come back to you. Because how do you create energy? You act.
Right.
You bring results. You don't wait for life to give you energy. You exert energy. You put life into things rather than expecting life from things.
Yeah. Yeah, I see.
So when you expect life from things, you take energy, secondhand energy. You take energy from food. You take energy from the environment. You take energy from your past. This secondhand energy always going to hurt you. When you bring about result, it is something that you created. You put it there. And so you are in control. And the more you do that, the more you realize, oh, okay, I can do something about it. I can do something about it. I can do something about it. And you will improve.
Incredible. That's incredible and so useful. And so now that's somebody who can still do something about it to some degree.
And someone that is in total depression, first of all, get him to eat, sleep, eat, sleep, eat, sleep, just for a while, and get him to do physical work.
Okay, so the physical work, because I think that some people that are really, really depressed sometimes just eat and sleep too much even. So it's like the physical work is what's missing, or
the physical work, and they don't eat and sleep actually. If a person is just sleeping, where he's in depression and he's just in bed all the time, he's not actually sleeping. He's in bed, but he's not actually sleeping.
I see. So what do you mean?
Because
like they're watching Netflix or they're
the past is still there. They're still worried. They need to be exhausted.
I see.
So they go into coma.
Yeah.
So they actually sleep.
Yeah, I see.
So they really need to go into kind of coma. So they actually sleep. So they actually get the benefit of sleeping, because really what's happening, the body has entities, okay? And those entities need energy to operate. And if they get energy from the past, they do the most crazy thing to you. They really mess up the body. They mess up. You think that you think about things, but it's all their viewpoints, their ideas, and you operate on what I call the second-hand energy.
Okay.
And the moment that you actually slept enough, when you got an actual rest, what happened when what you do in a rest is you reset the organization. You tell to the organization, to those entities, listen, from now on, you're all going into hibernation. You don't take energy. Everyone goes into hibernation. We're operating on a skeleton staff. The only thing that we do, we have janitors that cleaning the body.
Yeah, yeah. It's
That's
like
what
no, for
happened.
sure. It's
Yeah,
like a
you
when you shut down the office for the
yeah,
night.
you're
Then
cleaning the body. You're cleaning the body. That's the only thing that we do. And these janitors don't work during the day, so they actually have energy to do. They're fresh. They come, they clean the body, and all the entities are in hibernation. When you wake up, it's you, the spirit, that says, "Okay, body, let's start to work."
yes.
And now you need to take control. You need to bring production. You need to act on a gradient scale. At the beginning, start to do physical work. Now, why not other work? Because the problem with mental work, if you go to work on your PC, if you go to think about something, if you do something that has no physical touch, you need to think. And the moment that you need to think, you bring pictures in and you
And
defeated the project, the object of the exercise.
yeah, I see. Oh, that's amazing. Okay, so the physical work, clean the house, move boxes, do
Yeah.
the gardening,
Yeah.
something that gets you.
Physical work until you, and you do that, and then immediately after that, take them to a walk again, exhaust them, go to sleep. You do that for a few days, and the person will start to recover. And your only mistake is that when you see him starting to recover, you think, oh, everything is okay. No, everything is not okay. Everything seems okay. You need to make sure that he produce and produce and produce and produce and produce. And you need to see that he is actually at a point where he actually producing more and more and more. Now, once he's producing, now you can take him to the next steps of finding out what was this thing that is unresolved for him.
Now, before we get into that thing that's unresolved for them, when you say actually producing, do you mean like doing the physical work
Physical
regularly?
work,
Okay,
yeah,
so you don't
physical.
yet say like, all right, let's start on a half an hour a day of like emails. No, none of that.
Physical work.
Okay,
Physical
okay,
work. Only physical work. A person that is in deep depression only allowed to do physical work.
okay.
Only.
And let's say the person needs to make a living, so you can put them as like a, I don't know, somebody that cleans a
Clean the
restaurant or
cars,
is a
yes.
waiter or cleans
Not
car
waiters, but
because too much talking
yeah,
with
too
people.
much, yes. But
I see.
someone that cleans,
Yeah.
someone that do movings. But you need to control him. You need to be with him. A person that is in depression need personal help.
So you need to physically be there with
Physically
them.
be with them, watch them, because otherwise they will kill themselves. They will do crazy stuff. You
I
need to
see.
watch them. You really have to watch them.
Wow.
It's a dangerous
Yeah.
situation because any insane thing can come to their heads. The entities can tell them anything.
I
Go and
see.
kill yourself. Jump from the window.
Yeah.
Run your car into a pole. The most things that you cannot imagine will come to their head.
I see. And so that's like quite an extreme. That's somebody.
That's the point. It's not extreme.
Okay. So is it possible to be with that person 24/7 like that?
24/7, you need to watch them.
Wow.
If they have, to this point, I'm talking about deep
Yeah,
depression.
deep when it's deep. Yeah.
24/7, watch them. You have to watch them.
I see.
Have to watch them. Of course, this is not a medical advice. I'm just telling you my viewpoint. I'm not a doctor, blah, blah, blah.
Yes. Yes.
But this is what I would do.
Yeah. Okay. I understand. And so now once they're, going, and you said we need to find what was the actual thing.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, once you see that they are consistently producing and they're off these crazy things, they don't come to you and say, everyone is after me. They don't tell you, I want to kill myself. They don't tell you, I have no purpose for life. You see that the view on life has changed a bit. They are more pro-survival.
Yeah.
Then you can pick up very gently, handling the actual doubt that they had. And how you do that, you take the person and you don't tell him to look at that problem that he has, but you take the person and tell him, look around here and decide what can you move. Just look around here and find something that you can move. And you say, well, I can move the mouse. Okay, good. Move the mouse. Good. Did you move the mouse? You tell you, yes, I did move the mouse. Okay, great. Was it you? Yes. Excellent. Thank you. Look around here. Find something you can move. And he was, I can move the screen. Okay, good. Move the screen. Good. Did you move the screen? Yes. Excellent. Did you move the screen? Yes, I did. Okay, great. And you do that slowly, slowly, slowly. And as you do that, what you tell him, look, you can make a decision. You can make a decision. You can make a decision. You're not total effect. You're not total effect. You're not total effect. You can move the physical universe around.
Yeah. Wow.
And
That's very powerful. Yeah.
And at one point, you will have this realization of, oh, actually, I'm not total effect. Okay, good. Now, you do that and you do the next thing and the next thing, and you move him slowly, slowly, slowly at the cause scale from total effect to cause. You move him slowly to become more and more cause. And the mistake is, again, don't be fooled by his improvement. You have a whole secret army of entities that's sitting there waiting for you to drop your guard for a second, and they will attack him and he will fall back into this depression. And anything can re-stimulate it. So still, the environment have to be relatively quiet. He needs to move only physical things that he knows and are relatively big. Don't find small things. Don't find paperclip. Yes, find something big that's actually real to him.
So when you say moving him up on that scale towards cause, it's just by doing that
you procedure do that again
over many days.
And he will have a realization, and he will tell you at one point, I can actually control blah, 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 blah. He will have this realization of, I can actually control something. And he will have this realization more and more and more of, I can control that, I can control that. He will tell you, wow, I actually can control my body. Because when he moved the body and moved the screen or move whatever, he will realize that he can control his body.
Yes.
And once he really realized that he can control the environment, you go to the next step, etc. And of course, we are not going to teach the whole
way, but
yes, but
that's a good start.
Many steps. It's
and it's also enough tools for somebody to get going. And if you've reached that point with someone,
call me.
Yeah, get in touch. Yeah. But then you'll have already helped them immensely. So that's, by the way, like gold. That's a really powerful. That's amazing. So Jenna said, it's so useful knowing about this window to act fast. Yeah, that's amazing that you've got to go. And Jenna asked, is physical as in lifting weights?
So lifting weights just like that is, it's not what I will do, because lifting weight can go into a mechanical things. Okay, 10 sets of bicep curls. It's mechanical. It's not you. It needs to be one item. You can take a weight and move it from one place to another.
Then when you do the process.
When you do the process.
I think she was referring as in, like, you got to get the person to do physical work, physical things.
Physical, not something like that. Something he can organize the weights, but not lift weights as training.
I see, because then it will be like him, not him anymore.
Exactly, it's mechanical. The entities get into actions. Now he will get into all kind of craziness.
Yeah, especially if it's for a prolonged period. Like you go to the gym for an hour, you can do it. It can be you can do the sets and whatever. But I think for somebody who is heavily depressed, now you do that for a long time. You can't do that for that long, because eventually the muscles give in and you're not going to sleep. And
the main problem is that when you do repetitive action, you stop being you. So I'm not looking for picking up weight. When I say physical work is clean the garden. So cleaning the garden is a lot of action.
Yeah, I see. And it always changes.
Yes.
And you got to
build the wall. So every time is a different brick.
Yes.
Take the trash out.
Yeah.
Clean all this area.
I see.
Clean the toilet room. Clean the bathroom.
Yeah, the bathroom. So is that something that is also quite a good temporary fix, not for somebody now in a heavy depression, but let's say you're just 2, 3, 4, 5 days now, the days aren't going well, things are starting to kind of be heavy, cave in on you, work's not so good. Can you kind of get yourself out of a funk?
Yeah.
By doing
exactly the same. But you have more options. So you find what you like to do. Let's say you're a handyman. Go and build something. Go and fix something.
Yeah.
Go and clean something.
Okay.
Yes. Or if you're not a handyman, just say which area of the house needed cleaning or painting or something. Go and do physical work.
I see.
Find a friend and tell him, look, do you need help at your place? I will come and help you with something.
I see.
Physical work always bring you to present time.
I love it. That's amazing. Amazing, amazing. And Jenna said, okay, thank you. And great. So my final question is, let's see, how are we doing? 28 minutes already. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was supposed to be a short
a
one.
short one. Yes. This is very powerful though. Okay. So just really quick, if you have a person who is, they're living, I have a friend that she's basically in a situation where she feels like her work is not making enough money, and she sees her friends that are making good money, and she feels that she wants to buy a house, and so she feels that she's upset, and she also wants to get married to this guy, and they're not there yet, and they want to have kids, and it's like a whole thing. So she's starting to cave in and feel like she's not adequate to do what her dreams are. So she's going a little bit, starting to like loop into this thing. How would you help somebody that's
When a person's starting to go down,
yeah
what I would do is I'll get that person to find the knowledge that is missing. He has some fake reality. Fake reality is a piece of information that you are 100% sure is right, but when you use it, it doesn't bring the expected result. So that person has some fake reality. For example, comparing himself to other people, total fake reality.
yeah
Instead of getting other people to compare themselves to me.
yeah exactly.
So the whole viewpoint. So you find they have fake reality. So, and the fake reality is not something that they can pinpoint and say, oh, that's the fake reality. So you need to give them data, and they need to start to build the data from the bottom and start to get the basics. Which basic data I don't know about life? For example, what does it mean to create an income? What does it mean in income? How do you bring about income? What is income? Because she wants income, yes?
Yeah.
For example, okay, fine. So in order to have income, you obviously need relationships. What does it mean, a relationship? How do you market? All those basic things you need to start to learn. And we have many clients, many students that learn with us. And when they started, they were in a very low point, and they were smart enough, or they were clever, which means they could recognize truth. And they took the first step and another 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 step. And all of a sudden they discovered that they can turn their dreams into reality.
Yes.
And the moment that you realize that you and only you can turn your dream into reality, the moment that you realize that no one will turn your dream to reality, even if someone will come and give you money, it will be, since it's not your dream, he did it, you will not have any reality.
Right.
And reality is what brings you happiness. When your reality is not yours, you will not be happy. The reality has to be yours. You need to create your own reality, and otherwise you're just limited by agreements, and you will fail and fail and fail. And even if you will by mistake get the money, you lose it, and you'll be miserable, and you'll go into depressions and drugs and all kind of crazy things that people do because they don't operate on their own realities. And the basic handling is getting the correct data, getting the knowledge. Now, how do you know that you get the correct data? Your life improves. You come to study with me. You go to a webinar and you study, and within one webinar, two webinars, your life don't improve. Don't continue.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't
true.
continue. You're wasting your time.
Right.
Now, what does it mean your life improve? Your life improves in direct ratio to how many realization you have, because every time you have realization, you remove part of your past, and it might take you some time, and you move more and more and more part of your past, but you're getting you and you and you back. And when you remove enough of your past, all of a sudden you'll be unstoppable. You'll be in a position where anything you will decide will happen. But right now, you're in a position where anything that decides for you happen to you. So you are on constant protest, because it's not what you wanted.
Yeah, and that's amazing. And that ties in exactly to the beginning, which
Yeah.
is what happens with depression.
Exactly.
Amazing. This was super powerful.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know that this went longer even than expected, but a very gold toolbox of handlings here. So thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Babale.
Thank you for everyone that was on.
Thank you,
Really
everyone.
appreciate it.
Thank
and
you.
Lots of love.
I
Thank you.
love you.
Babale. I love you. Mwah.
I love you,
I
Babale.
love you.
Mwah. Bye.
Bye. Bye, guys.